Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the poll-bound Meghalaya and holding a roadshow in Shillong where he's been welcomed by the Karyakartas and supporters of the BJP on both sides as he continues to hold this roadshow. And the Prime Minister had addressed a rally in a short while back as far as him also doing the prachar for the BJP just before the elections that are to take place on the 27th coming Monday. Now, what is being said that the Prime Minister's participating in the roadshow in Shillong and thereafter will also be addressing a rally in Meghalaya, Stura as well. We saw that rally that was taking place. Now, the Prime Minister working for the BJP and in support of the BJP candidates where the elections that are to take place now and participating in a roadshow in the heart of the city, addressing the people after paying the floral tribute to the freedom fighters in the state as well.
Our colleague Mohit Bhatt joining us on the broadcast with the details. Mohit, we're seeing an unprecedented roadshow in Shillong. Prime Minister Modi there with a lot of supporters there to greet him and to welcome him.
Well, yes, in fact, perhaps if we talk about these elections, this is the first roadshow of Prime Minister Narendra Modi on such a huge scale. We see that how people have come from all across Shillong to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And we also know that how Northeast is very, very important for the BJP, and that is why PM has said, and attacking previous governments who were there in power in Northeast, specifically saying that they have worked for the Northeast. Earlier government did not work for the Northeast, and that is why a specific ministry for the development of Northeast region has also been carved out to give specific focus on the states of Northeast. And we know for a fact that how these states are going to elections, and it has become like the fortress of the BJP, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself is holding a massive roadshow over there. We see that there's a sea of crowd welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we also know that how the top leadership of the BJP has also been campaigning in the states of Tripura, Nagaland, Meghalaya, where elections are taking place, and hence these elections are very important for the BJP. But if we talk about this particular roadshow, we know that how the PM is also very popular in Northeast, specifically in the states of Meghalaya, where the PM is holding a roadshow. And we also know that how there's a sea of crowd welcoming PM Modi, and this is officially the first roadshow of PM Modi, and massive preparations have been done for that. And we also know that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi again and again always talks about the development of the Northeast region, saying that the previous governments have always neglected the development in the Northeast region, and this government of PM Modi since 2014 have been specifically giving focus to the developments in that area, and that is why we see sea of crowd welcoming PM Modi in this particular roadshow.
Absolutely. Those pictures that are coming in also, we heard from the Prime Minister himself, Mohit, as he's been talking about all the development works that has now been done and how BJP is also gaining a lot of ground there, especially in the Northeast.
So yes, and as we were discussing earlier, specifically a ministry development for the Northeast region has also been created. We see that the top leadership of the BJP and the government officials, they usually go on Northeast, and Northeast, the development of Northeast has been the focus of this particular government. And again from various podiums, PM Modi has talked about that how exactly they are trying to transform the Northeast. Earlier, he also hit out at the previous Congress governments and saying that the development in Northeast was completely neglected, but this government has a specific focus to the Northeast, and that is why we see that how there's a sea of crowd there to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And we usually see that PM Modi holds roadshows when the elections take place in various states, but in Northeast states, the PM has, started all these roadshow with this particular roadshow, and massive preparations have been done for that. The top leadership of the BJP have been campaigning in the states of Northeast, and that is why we see that the PM is holding a roadshow, and a huge crowd has gathered there to welcome him.
Okay, all right. So there you have it. The visuals on your screens. Remember, the parties have started their campaign in a big way. Prime Minister Modi today also expected to address a massive gathering. Ahead of that, a roadshow that has been planned by the BJP. Just 2 days ago, the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi was also in Shillong, where he addressed the Congress supporters.
Well, we also have Nibir joining us live right now. Nibir, the kind of reception that the Prime Minister has been receiving, it's a rousing welcome for the Prime Minister in Shillong.
Well, as you see that this is a testimony of the development works that have been carried by the government, and as you can see here, huge people have gathered here to witness the rally roadshow of the Prime Minister. The PM Modi will be in Shillong today, and he is also set to meet 3 freedom fighters' families as well as part of the campaigning that is ongoing here. Thousands of security personnel have been deployed, and later he will also be visiting the crucial Tura constituency where, you know, there are at least 20 seats out of the 60 seats that are going to be polls in Meghalaya. Very importantly, that this roadshow is being held from the Central Library to the polo ground here. And earlier there were reports that the Prime Minister rally was supposed to be held in a stadium which was not, permission was not given. But contrary to those reports, today we are seeing sensational support for the Prime Minister. Thousands of people have come out on the streets to witness the arrival of Prime Minister Modi. And as you know, that Meghalaya is going to elections on the 27th of February along with Nagaland, so he will also go to Dimapur, and that is the kind of support that he has been enjoyed in Meghalaya. Earlier also, when the Prime Minister visited the state, he had inaugurated a slew of projects, development works, and that time also we saw significant number of people welcoming the Prime Minister's development works. And today is another testimony and faith that they have for their Prime Minister, and that's why we are seeing this significant number of people that are out there on the street, people from different communities, tribal, indigenous people, non-tribal people from different walks of religion and different parts of the Meghalaya are all here in Shillong today to witness this mega roadshow by the Prime Minister.
Absolutely. In fact, Nibir, just a few hours ago when he was in Nagaland, Prime Minister Modi also spoke about the development push in the northeastern states. He also spoke about how the budgetary allocations have more than doubled under the NDA rule.
Absolutely, not just budgetary allocation. If you see the high-level visits of senior ministers as well as the Prime Minister himself, the Home Minister, those visits have also increased, leading to more and more development works that the Prime Minister had lightly stated out during his Dimapur visit. He pointed out that the significant number of visits from the Central Ministry have increased, budgetary allocation for the Northeast as well as for the donor ministry has increased, and more works have been done on the implementation aspects. The major focus has been on the implementation of the projects that the government has taken up in the last 8 years or so. And today, as you can see here, based on those development works that have been carried in the northeast part of India, not just in Meghalaya, not just in Assam, not just in Nagaland, but the entire 8 states of northeast.
Well, it's more of a musical reception there for the Prime Minister as those pictures that are coming in as he's been welcomed by the supporters.